I recently read The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. Seeking change in your life is like trying to break open a piñata. At times, it can seem like you're making very little progress, but under the surface, the piñata is starting to break down, and you may be one swing away from busting it open and watching your candy pour out. Author Ed Mylett says, you're a lot closer to changing your life than you think. You're one more meeting, one more relationship, one more decision, one more action, or one more thought from leading the life you deserve. You will find the strength to take one more swing at change, despite any lack of progress you're seeing, if you adopt these 3 one more mindsets. One more degree, one more than you promise, and one more day today. Your daily actions are determined by your standards. Your standards are like a set point on an identity thermostat in your mind. Just as a thermostat in your house maintains a set temperature by turning the furnace on when the temperature drops below a certain set point, you maintain your internal set point by getting your butt in gear when your results dip below your standards and are worse than you are willing to tolerate. If your fitness thermostat is set at 75 degrees, you have low fitness standards and will wait until you're 20 pounds overweight or get winded while walking up a flight of stairs before you get a gym membership and make fitness a priority. If your professional thermostat is set at 100 degrees, you have high standards and refuse to tolerate stupid mistakes and mediocre business results. Therefore, you triple check important emails before hitting send and read business books to discover new work strategies. Mylett says, can you tolerate the business results you're currently getting and the money you currently make? If you can, that's what you're going to continue getting. It's only when you decide that you can no longer tolerate the results that you're getting that you start to change them. Raise your identity set point 1 degree every day so that you stop tolerating mediocrity in all areas of your life by focusing on what Mylett calls the trilogy of identity change: faith, intention, and association. First, faith. Spend the first few minutes of each day believing that you are here to do something great. If you're religious, take a moment to connect with God and remember that He created you in His image to do something extraordinary with your life. If you're not religious, reflect on the 1,000,000+ years of evolution that led to your existence. See that as proof that you are a marvelous being capable of more than you think. Next, intention. Now that you believe that you are meant for greatness, close your eyes and imagine the great things you want to do with your life. When you repeat an intention of what you want to do, your reticular activating system, the mechanism in your subconscious that acts as a filter and only makes you aware of things in your environment that it deems important, begins spotting opportunities in your environment for you to fulfill your intentions. For example, when you set an intention to become an example of health for others, you are more inclined to notice the gym on your way home from work or see nice weather as an opportunity to go for a run. And lastly, association. Mylett says, you can't possibly stay at 75 degrees if you hang out with people operating at 100 degrees. Make it your mission every day to spend more time listening and interacting with people who do not accept mediocrity in their life. If you spend some time each day renewing your faith in your capacity to do great things, repeating an intention of the great things you want to do, and associating with people who do great things, your identity thermostat set point will tick up 1 more degree. The more your identity set point increases, the more you will push yourself to live the life you deserve. But if you don't have adequate self-confidence to support an elevated identity set point, you won't keep your set point elevated for very long. That's why you must commit to doing 1 more than you promise. Mylett says, self-confident people share one habit in common, and that is the ability to keep the promises they make to themselves. When you tell yourself you'll complete a task by 5 p.m. tomorrow, do you have 100% trust that that task will be done by 5 p.m.? When you say you're going to make time to work out or stretch every day, do you have complete trust in yourself to follow through on that promise? A part of you deep inside is keeping track of what you say you're going to do. Honor those promises, and your self-confidence will stay rock solid. Break those promises, and your self-confidence will fracture. But what if you not only kept your promises, but did 1 more than you promise? When you go to the gym, you not only complete 3 sets of what you plan to do, you do 1 more. When you sit down to meditate, you not only hit your 20-minute mark, you do 1 more minute. And when it's time to do deep work, you not only push your focus for 50 minutes, you push yourself one more time before quitting. Doing one more than you promised yourself may not seem like a big deal in the moment, but over time it leads to unstoppable confidence. Because you know that few people keep their promises, and even fewer people do more than they promise, which puts you in an elite group and allows you to walk around with your head held high. Now that you've raised your identity set point and your self-confidence, it's time to alter the way you think about time. Several years ago, Ed Mylett decided that his day would no longer start when he woke and end when he went to bed. Instead, his first day would start at 6 a.m. and end at noon. His second day would start at noon and end at 6 p.m. And his third day would start at 6 p.m. and end at midnight. In the book he says, "I'm living more than 1,000 days in the same time frame as others who think of themselves as living in a 365-day year." Who do you think has the advantage? By compressing his day into a 6-hour block, he moved up the finish line and made each day a sprint. He now lives each day with a greater sense of urgency and simply doesn't have time to procrastinate, because he has to get done in 6 hours what most people get done in 18 hours. Not only does he bring more intensity to his work, he brings more intensity to every aspect of his life. He's far more loving and present with the people in his life, and far more focused during every workout session, because he can always sense the clock is ticking. As the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "The common man is not concerned about the passage of time. The man of talent is driven by it." When you commit to 6-hour days, you squeeze the air out of the wasted parts of your day and are left with just enough time to do what's important and still live a balanced life. So when you wake up tomorrow, see the finish line of your day waiting for you at noon. Sprint to finish everything you typically get done in a day before noon. Then when you hit the noon finish line, push yourself to complete at least one more day's worth of activities before going to sleep. By fitting one more day inside each day, you have more opportunity to take one more swing at the change you're trying to make and get the life you deserve to have. That was the core message that I gathered from The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. This book is full of big ideas that Mylett has used over the years to produce extraordinary results. I highly recommend it. If you would like a one-page PDF summary of insights that I gathered from this book, just click the link below and I'll be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the free Productivity Game email newsletter, this PDF is sitting in your inbox. If you like this video, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching and have yourself a productive week.